Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Catch, and I am back. Today we're going to do inspired by Pinterest. I just really like these tags. I know they're very simple, but why don't I think of stuff like this? So it's just manila tags. I don't have the exact kind of tags. I'm just making mine out of manila file folders. But she's just put pieces of lace and doily and all those little scraps and bits on there and then run a stitch through it. I'm going to do it a little bit different, but definitely inspired by Pinterest. And this one is Vera Moore is who posted it. I have no clue if that's who made them or not. But anyway, it says Christmas tags with lace, which that is a fantastic idea. You could make them for gifts or, I mean, obviously journals is probably what I would use them for, but definitely you could put them on gifts and they would be beautiful like that. So yeah, we're just going to play around and see what we come up with. So as mentioned, I have some pieces of manila file folder that I put distress ink on with just water, you know, dipping it in there kind of thing. So that's all I did to those. I just wanted to do it before we started so that they would be dry, you know, to put the lace on and stuff. And like I said, I'm going to put some other stuff on them too because I want to use them for different things. But I love those. It's such a great idea because I have lots of either whole vintage doilies or pieces or whatever. So it's nice to have something where I can use those up. So we're just going to turn them into tags and we're going to put hole reinforcers. And my husband is in the garage putting some rails on his Bronco. So if you hear his music, I'm sorry. He's right below me, so it's hard if he's out there not to hear him, basically. But he's just rocking out and putting his rails on his Bronco. So enjoying himself. He had to go to work early this morning because it's only like 11 now. And then he's already worked and is back, so. Oops. And as mentioned, he's just working part-time because he's retired. He retired from, he was the director of the operating room, and that is very stressful. So he just works a couple days a week now. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. He worked, I walked, and now I'm working. And he's playing. So there you go. Well, my work is really like play, honestly. So, okay. Punch these holes out. I think this one works a little bit better than my other one. I don't have one of these that works fantastic. I'm telling you, they're kind of persnickety, you know. They sometimes don't want to punch the hole, or they more tear it than punch it. I don't know if it, maybe if I use them on some foil, that I'm wondering if that would help. And the crocodile one works fantastic, but if you have ever noticed, the hole on the crocodile is not quite the same size as like what's in the middle of those reinforcers. It's just a tiny bit smaller, even the larger size, which is kind of irksome. But anyway, that's not here nor there. So I've got a few because I figured this is probably going to be fairly speedy. So I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Maggie, Deb, Wendy, Sharon, and Annette. Thank you guys so much for watching regularly, for commenting. I really appreciate it so much. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me for a long time or a short time. I appreciate all of you. And if you can, if you do like the video, check the like button, see if it's working today. Comment. I love comments. I do answer. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you can, hype it if you can figure it out. I know I talked about that yesterday, so I won't talk about it again today, but just good luck. That's all I gotta say. Good luck with that. I really appreciate it though, because it does help. It does help the channel if you can find it or get it to work or whatever. It's sort of another one of those fun things that we all do. I like to cut them janky, so that's what I do. Oh, I kind of want to put a little bit of paper or something else. I just feel like they need a little something else. That's just my take on it. But of course you can keep them very simple like they are in the picture. I just, I can't ever leave it alone. I just gotta do my layers and my thing. But that's what makes it mine and not someone else's. So I guess that's a good thing, right? If we put our own spin on something, even if we're kind of copying it, we're kind of stealing the idea. But I don't mind when people, make things that I've come up with or made or whatever. So I think that's kind of why we put it out there, so that everybody can see it and try it and do their own thing. Put a piece of this up here. Plus, I like to make them grungy a bit. I do like that. And I am still working on that painted Christmas journal. I'm not sure if people have gotten a little bored with that one, but it's just about done. So I will be doing a flip through of that shortly. Probably sometime this week. Oh, that's cooler on that side. So yeah, it's just about ready to go. Yeah, I think everybody's a little bit already Christmased out this year. Well, I kind of am. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, I guess. Okay, so now I want to put some of the laces and the doilies on. And I'll just, she just ran like a few stitches through it. Used different tones, like the white with the more, I don't know, I guess I'd call that a crew, maybe. Colored bits. And yes, things will get covered. That's just the way it goes. But I do have all kinds of random things here. I like these ones too that have some of the fabric or whatever on them. I just think it's a neat look. And you can, overlap and put pieces here and there. And if they hang over a little, I think it's okay. Like this, obviously you're not going to want a whole journal of tags like this. But if you have, one in a journal, I think it's kind of cool. Cut a little bit of that off. And then what else? Yeah, these are all things that I've cut apart before. So now I just have pieces of these bits. I might even just do a little bit of stamping. I know, I can't ever stop. Of course, if you are making these, keep them as simple as you like, you know. You don't have to do it the same way I'm doing it. It's not a lot, it's just a little something on there. Okay. Then I'm gonna sort of, that's not gonna work at all. I need the lid for the black before I stick my finger in it and then have it everywhere. I'm gonna kind of put these down with some glue stick just to tack them down. And crazily enough, I'm gonna put it right on the, trying to figure out which side I like better. I think we'll do that side. I don't know why. I'm just gonna put it right on here because I don't want to see shiny on there at all. No shiny allowed. And I don't want to make it too thick, so the overlapping is going to be minimal. So if your pieces are a little wrinkly or whatever, you know, they get kind of bent like that piece was. Just once you glue it, it'll stay down. Turn it this way. No, it needs to go this way. This one is going to be overlapping, but we're gonna run a stitch, so it's not a big deal. This glue stick works great for me with fabric. I've not had trouble with it. It's the Scotch Permanent glue stick. That is my favorite one by far. I do like the Staples. It's not bad at all, but I prefer that. So then I will run stitches through there, but just so you can kind of see what I did, and I like it. So let's do another one in some funky way. I kind of like this. This is out of a book, you know, the binding part. I like these. I kind of hoard stuff like that because I don't take apart a lot of books, so I don't have a lot of this kind of stuff. I try to only old books, I only really take them apart if they're just falling apart. It's not like I find them all in perfect condition and then pull them apart. I don't really like to do that. But if they're falling apart already, then I don't feel that bad about it. There's a lot of them nobody's going to read anyways. It's usually stuff I find at thrift stores, or I have gotten some from our local library, like when they're done and they're kind of beat up, you know, because people have used them so much. Then I will take those apart. But I don't have a lot of them is what I'm trying to say. So I kind of just tend to hoard the little bits and pieces because I don't get a lot of them. They are fun to play with though. On a few pieces. This is a great thing to do if you just have some random little bits and pieces, you know, put those on your tag and then put a few bits of doily on there and voila. And these would be cool in any kind of journal. You could use these in shabby chic. You could use them, you know, for a Christmas journal, a grungy journal, just by changing up a few bits, you know. At least that's what I think. This is just a piece of embossed paper. So what's going on with you guys? Are you doing anything fun? Just getting ready for Christmas, the chaos? Do you guys have like parades or anything in your area? We used to do that every Christmas because when my husband was working in the hospital, we used to help decorate the float and all that for the hospital. But we have retired that as well, so we don't do it anymore. But the kids and I even have handed out candy at the parades. All that. They are fun. It's like another thing to do this time of the year. Go make a float for a work thing. It wasn't always my favorite because time. It's not always on your side this time of the year. Like I said, if that's all we had to do, like if you got, say, the month of December off of everything else, then yeah, I could probably really get into it. But uh-oh, dog's all going crazy out there. Our blue thread. I like that piece, but I think I'll put that on top. I don't need it quite that long. All these pieces I'll save for something. Something else will come along that I'll go, oh, I can use some little bitty bits. Stuff everywhere here. This is a random bit. Very random. Can't tell what's the front and what's the back. That radio is very loud. I don't know how he can stand it. Here I used to give the neighbor a hard time for being loud. That's why we're all, this Gen X, all of us are going deaf because of how loud we listen to music. I really cannot tell what is the front and back. I think this is the back, but I do like these little threads sticking out. Do I like it this way? I think I might like it that way. Okay. Yeah, and my dad always told me, you know, if you listen to your music so loud, you're gonna go deaf. It's like, yeah, whatever. And then now I'm like, yeah, that was probably some good advice. But you don't listen when you're young, for whatever reason. It's like the stuff I tell my kids, and they're just like, yeah, Mom. Yep. Just goes around and around. This world. I'm going to actually tuck this under there a little bit. Like I said, I'll get a little stitching on there too. These are fun though. I love anything that uses up some of this randomness, because sometimes it you don't know what to do with it, you know. And they are thick, so again, this is something like you might want one in a journal or something, because that is going to be a little bulky, but it's not horrible. It's just a little bulkier than normal. So we'll stitch that one. Maybe a little bit of stamping up there would be good. Could use one of these. Postmark thing. But if you want to keep it all neutral, you know, all like creams and whites, then you probably wouldn't want to do that part, but it's up to you. Up to you. Just a little something different. All right, what else do we want to put? Oh, I like this piece of wallpaper. I actually found some wallpaper. When I did the wallpaper prompt, do you think I could find any of it? No. But I found it today, my scrap bin. If I'd have just dug through my scrap bin. Yeah, so this is the extra part. So if you don't want to, you just want to have it like she did. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh, my coffee dyed that. You know, you don't have to put all this extra stuff on there, because it does look cool with just the textiles. I just felt like it needed a little something else. This one's all stained, but I like it because you can see through it. Could also put like a piece of white. No, I don't think so. Maybe I do. Sorry, I can't make up my mind today. I was just looking at it going, I think I want a little bit of white tissue paper under there. Just to tone it down a little bit, because you're going to still see through it, you know, you're still going to see all that. but I think it'll look kind of cool on there for a little frostiness. Probably should have told my husband to turn off the music before I started my video, but hopefully it's not driving you guys crazy. Yeah, I like it. I just wanted that little bit of tone down on that. Okay, so we'll put some glue on here as best we can. This one's very fragile or intricate, I guess you could say. The one you do want to be sticky won't be sticky, and then the other one is, even though I didn't put glue on it. Yeah, I just wanted that little bit of toning down back there. Yeah, that works pretty good to put glue all over them like that, surprisingly. I'm shocked, let me tell you. Let's go this side. You just never know what will work and what will not work. Because this is really kind of a crazy craft or art or whatever you want to call it. Just taking all this, you know, stuff from the past, regardless of if it's fabric, paper, whatever, and squishing it all together, basically. I kind of want something else on there. This. I like these leaves, but they're kind of sad all by themselves. I love, this was my favorite tablecloth ever. Someone gifted it to me. And it was just all this white cotton with like these flowers. And oh, I have done so much with that. If I could find another one of those, I would be so happy. But I have never found them. I mean, I found like lace tablecloths, but it's not what I'm looking for. I want whatever that's called. I don't even know, but I love it. But I've never seen anything like it around here anyway. It's all cotton. And it was just super handy. Made a like envelope pocket for a journal. All kinds of things I've done with that piece. And I just have bits left. And I want to use like every little bit, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna, I don't want to toss any of it. And it just doesn't look the same when it's just, you know, the lace. I'm sure you guys have seen the all lace ones. I mean, they're great for a tablecloth. It's not the same as that. What else do I want on there? I could take one of these flowers because this is kind of that color. Kind of. Yeah, I think that'll work. My goodness, he's got Thriller going. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, he's just listening to the radio or whatever. It's not radio anymore. It's all streaming, but I didn't do any stamping on that one. I do think it needs it for some reason when I look at it. So I think I'll use the script. I remember when Thriller came out. Oh my gosh, we loved that. I think I was in like 7th grade or something like that. And it was huge. And we were so excited to stay up late and watch the video because, you know, we weren't usually allowed to stay up that late. And so I stayed the night at my friend's house and we watched it. We didn't have videos though either. It was just like we didn't have MTV where I grew up because we're up in the mountains and it just wasn't a thing at that time. But late at night, sometimes it would be on one of the like late night shows or whatever. I just thought that was the coolest. Took my daughter, well, I mean the school did, but I was a chaperone to New York. It was for orchestra, and we were on this boat, and they let the kids upstairs, you know, have dance music and all that. And this song came, or the Thriller song came on, and they had the whole floor bouncing in there, and we were below the floor, and all I could think is they're gonna come through that floor and then we're all gonna be squashed. But anyway, it was funny. Hear them all screaming and being silly. All the adults were downstairs eating and chatting and but it was funny. I really thought they were gonna come through the... It was their floor, our ceiling. They did not, so it was good. And one of their teachers did the dance to it. I don't know. I never learned the dance, shockingly. But anyway, she went and did that. And they were just losing their marbles. It was so funny. I'm glad we went when we did. That's just a piece of security envelope there. I might put some of the white on this one too underneath. I kind of liked that. It just toned it down a little bit. I don't know what to put on there. I'm running out of little bits, little scraps. I think I do want a little white. I'm gonna use a piece of this. Yeah, this is another thing you could definitely mass make. Just make up a bunch of them. Because, like I said, you can really pop this into any journal. It's just sort of a neutral-y thing, you know, that you could put just about anywhere. that was definitely a eye-opener for Aiden and I, because, you know, at that time here, it was so small here. And I grew up in a really small city. And I mean, when I went to college, I was in a bigger city. I was in Reno, Nevada, but still, it's not New York. And we don't have anything like the subway system. That blew my mind, that whole subway thing. And I need my bubble, you know, my space. And that's not really a thing there. Which you know if you live there. But yeah, so that was a little bit much for me. It's not a thing. I can't imagine, because I really need my space, man. Trying to use that, and I just don't think it looks right. So what else do I have? That's the only thing. When I don't set these all up, then I struggle. But this shows you guys, because some people say, you're fast. It's like, I'm really not. I struggle with it. It's just that I try to not do this on videos if I can help it, because, you know, nobody really wants to sit and watch me hem and haw over every little piece. But some days, it just doesn't work out. It's too, like, uniform or something. What is the problem? What is the problem? Maybe it's that piece that's bothering me. I do like that better. This one's been dyed with Tim Holtz Distress Oxide. You can tell. I think it was, what's the one called? Walnut Stain, because it always turns a little bit green. I think this is actually, I need it to go this way though. So I'm just going to put it backwards. These will get stitched all around too, even though she kind of did the down the middle sort of thing. I'm going to kind of go all over just because I want to make sure this isn't getting snagged on every single pocket it goes into and everything. Because that would drive a person nuts, you know, having to deal with that. Oh, that was supposed to kind of go under, wasn't it? Well, now it's going on top. Got fuzz on there from the other ones. Oh, come on. Okay. So I'm gonna go stitch around these, and then I will come back do a little stamping again first. I put my scrap paper. Oh my goodness. I don't know where I put my scrap paper. That was almost not great. It just kind of needs that. I don't know. I mean, hers did not have that, but I like it. Okay, I'm going to go stitch, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and so this is my inspiration for today by Vera Moore. Her little lace doily, whatever you want to call it, crochet tags. And these are mine. And I did, it's really hard to tell from the front, the stitching, but I did some stitching through the middle all the way around the outside. I just added some little strings, but you could add ribbon or, you know, whatever you want. This is just twine on this one up here. And then I do like that with the white tissue under there, just to mute the dye, you know, the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide under there. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think those are definitely useful in any kind of journal. So definitely have fun with it, and I will chat with you again soon. Love ya. Bye.